We just talked about the clips, and we had our spirited, heated discussion about their rollout or whatever. And again, ain't nobody hating the clips at the end of the day. This is a pro clips podcast, so salute to them. But the clips recently sat down with Joe and Jada on their podcast, and Fat Joe brought up the topic of
drinking 40 Diet Cokes a day.
I didn't see that, but y'all told me about that. Sorry. It's basically talking about the clips and there being a one-trick pony as it relates to their subject matter when they rap. So let's watch the video and then discuss, how this was how Pusha T broke down his response to being looked at as a one-trick pony as it relates to the clips and just him in general.
Rap has always come from a very real place. So with that being said, and being in it, 23 years, at this point, I liken it to, somebody who loves mob movies or a person, you know what I'm saying? A person that's what they choose to. Like, I don't watch horror. I watch A&E. It's scarier. I believe it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I liken my music to that as well. You listen, you can't please everybody. But listen, 23 years in this, I'm not trying to please nobody but myself. Like, that's what I care about. Like, I know my taste, my ear, and what it is that I want to hear that resonates with a certain type of person. That's the type of person I want to talk to. That's the person I like. Person, you know what I'm saying? That I know the person who says that, who says like,
that's
you talk
unnecessary.
that heavy, this and that. Like, man, I'm sure I don't even gel with you anyway.
We don't even like you.
I know I don't like you. I'm positive I don't like you.
We don't like you. Like, you're not even my type of dude.
You not, man.
It's crazy. Everything Fat Joe be saying feel like a lie now. Like, he just be
feel like a lie.
He cap on everything. He's laugh. Like, it's cap when he do that.
Don't do him like that, man.
But
send him a case of Cokes.
Diet. Yeah. What do y'all think about Push's story or justification to why he is who he is? What do you guys think about that?
Everyone has their process, and who am I to tell you or how to create? One of the things, but there was somebody I was listening to that I respect as a journalist, but like when he was talking about the Clips album, I was like, oh, you didn't listen at all, did you?
Yeah.
And it was like, and I know you didn't listen from the beginning with, the record that we talked about last week that just hit everybody in the heart, because I understand that there's still a lot of luxury coke rap on there, but that's what I'm here for when I get a Clips album. But also when you can't even say that that's the dominant thing, and because you listen to Malice rap, just because he's not speaking directly to the gospel, which was what he did when he was No Malice, there's still a level of complexity and introspection there that is not just all what I've deemed luxury coke rap. So sometimes we have lazy arguments and conversations about art because it's easy. And I don't think that really fits what the Clips did here as an entire body of work. So I just, once again, I wouldn't tell anybody how to create. I wouldn't tell anybody what their perspective, which they rap from, is somehow flawed because I think they should talk about something different.
I do. I tell Drake that all the time on the show. And so does everybody else.
Yeah, I was just going to say, actually,
but he's a pop star.
I contradict myself with certain artists. And the reason why, because we had a whole conversation, like he brought up Drake. Yeah. We talked about Lil Wayne. Mm-hmm. There's no growth in what they're doing. I feel like, and this might be biased, I don't know, but when I hear a Clips album, or specifically Clips, or even Pusha T leading up to this Clips album, the subject matter is there, and I get the reference to it being like a Scorsese movie, like you're going to watch this movie, or you're listening to it for a specific reason. Yeah, I feel like there's growth in it being linear, because the verses and the quality of it, to me, has gotten better. So he's using a lot of the same things, telling different stories. He's using different imagery to describe it. it's not stale. It doesn't sound the exact same.
Right.
I know I'm going to get the same style rap from this particular artist or these particular artists, but it still sounds like an evolution to me. It doesn't sound like it's linear.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm kind of biased when it comes to certain people doing the same thing over and over. Because if you're stuck in the same rut and every album sound is the exact same, then yeah, I'm bored. I don't want to hear this shit. But I feel like their presentation is still evolving. It's still different. It still sounds fresh.
Yeah, I think as a complete package too.
Yeah.
Like the whole package. It's not just about just the bars, but it is very specifically about like how they're putting their wordplay together and the subtleties in it. You know, like even like there is almost a lore around the clips and coke rap.
And how can they flip it this time?
100%.
You know what I mean? So like when we listen to The Birds Don't Sing in the beginning and Malice mentions finding bass in the cupboard.
Yeah.
Like it's playing into the lore a little bit, right? Yeah. But it's also like part of the story that is very integral to what they're saying. So yeah, I agree with what you're saying there.
Good point.
Yeah.
Because they find ways to reinvent themselves lyrically, wordplay, and especially with, you know, Pharrell being able to produce and not be outdated. He didn't go for what they used to do. It's the newer version of what they used to do.
Mostly.
Well,
I'm gonna die.
I mean, I do think they stayed true to who they were.
A couple instances, but
they updated the kit. There's some joints on there that are reminiscent of old
facts.
But as a whole, it sounds like growth. This is an album that came out two weeks ago.
Yeah,
that sounds fresher than a lot of things that have came out the past 5 years or so. You know what
that's
I'm saying?
a good point. That's a good point.
It's still. They still have life on what they're doing. It's not repetitive in a sense of I'm getting the same story. I feel like, and even with him comparing it to movies, there's different movies. Like you as a screenwriter, you're writing the same style of movie every time, but it's a different story and it's still intriguing.
Yeah, it's just like part 2 or part 3.
Right.
You know, like it's a continuation. Yeah. No, I agree with that. I think and I agree with kind of the way that Pusha kind of leaned extra into it. You know, it's like, this is, you know, you guys know what you're going to get from me. I'm going to give it to you in a particular type of way. I'm not going to give you somebody that isn't me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that the people that I like wouldn't, or that I want to like my stuff, and the people that like me for the reasons that like me aren't going to like me if I'm not myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, why would I cater to the people that want to hear me do a dance album? Or whatever else, you know what I mean? I'm not going to do that. I went to the extreme, but can you imagine? Can you imagine Pusha T doing like a Tyler the Creator?
Absolutely
don't
not.
tap the glass.
Yeah. They can do exactly what they did and just appear in the video.
Yeah, exactly.
That part. That's all we need. We don't need any more of that. Anything other than that. All right, man. Shout out to the Clips for staying true and being able to evolve and not be outdated, if you will. Yeah,
it's not stale.
It's not stale at all. To your point.